Jack Vlogs. Today I'm going to be doing a little beginner's tutorial, just a little beginning lesson for beginners golfing. This is a driving range. It's just where you bring your clubs and hit a bucket of balls. Just practice on your swing and stuff. This is a really nice one, so yours might not be as nice as this, but still you can go to your local driving range and do the same thing. So I'm going to be introducing the clubs and how to use them and what they're for. This is my uncle back there.
Uncle Mike.
And this is my dad, Daddy Gray. So anyways, let's get into what the clubs are for. So you guys probably all know what the driver's for, and that's pretty much the most well-known club in golf. So when you're a beginner, you're probably just going to be wanting to hit this really fast and just try to hit it far, but it's not going to be like that. It's pretty hard to learn how to hit it. I had some trouble in the beginning too, but then I took some lessons. So this is basically for, in the beginning, you're basically only really your first shot. You can only really use this your first shot. It's for driving it far, like maybe on like a par 4 course, which a par is like how many strokes it should take for you to get it in there. But yeah, like you don't use it if it's like really short course. So like sometimes if it's a long course, you'll use it as your first shot, but it's really only for your first shot. And it just hits it pretty far. Here, I'll take one shot. I'm not going to teach you how to do it, I'll just take one example shot. Hopefully it's a good one. And if it's not, then I can teach you why. Okay, well I guess I got lucky. That was a pretty decent shot. And so moving on to the next clubs. This here is a, we'll start off with the 7-iron. This is the 7-iron. It's not as much, sorry, it's not as much pitch. Like it's still used to get it far out there. So like I'd say like maybe if you're on like a par 3 course and it's short, but not long enough to use a driver. And well, it's basically just for like getting in the air. It can be used as a chipper, which it can be used in the air, but it can also be used to drive the ball far. Like the higher the number, the higher amount of pitch it has, which decides how high the club gets the ball in the air. So like this is the 9-iron. Like this gets the ball really high a lot of times, and this could be used like if you're like, say like you're right there, and you need to get it above this hill. So you use maybe your 9-iron, chip it above that hill, which brings me to the sand wedge, which you can also use basically for the same purpose. You can use it for pitch shots, like maybe there's a sand pit between you and the green, and you just need that to take a little pitch shot. Here, it'll look a little bit like this when you do it. So you want to open the club face. The club face is how, like, this would be square when it's not as open. This would be open when it's open, not square. So you want to open your club face a lot, and for the pitch shot, like, try to get above the bunker, you just want to go like this and go. This is a nice, easy stroke. Nothing too hard like that, just nice, easy stroke. Okay, maybe I'll get a good one right here. That was not really a good one. Here, I'll try it again to show you. And if not, we'll just move on. It'll look a little bit like you go through and then you get under it, and then as you're getting under it, you accelerate. So like,
Bam.
bit like that.
Right in the pocket.
Chip it a little bit high. And yeah, so these are basically the irons. This is the 9-iron. It's used to like, it won't take as much of a drive. It won't take as much of a drive as just chip it up a little bit. 7-iron, it can hit it a bit far, but it'll still get up a little high. Here, I'll take a shot with the 9 and the 7, so maybe you can see the difference a little bit. You'll notice probably the 7 will go farther. And this is what you want to be practicing in the beginning, the irons, because it's going to be pretty hard to start hitting the driver and the hybrid, which we'll get into in a little bit, by the way. But these irons are what you can get good at. This is where you should be practicing right from the start. It's not too hard to hit these. Like so. You can still pack a punch, but it can get in the air too. And the 9-iron, it'll probably, you might not see the difference, but it'll look basically like the same shot, except it most likely won't go as far. Maybe I'll get a really good shot and it'll go just as far, but usually it doesn't go as far as the 7. See? Not quite as far, but still brings it up. Now we're getting to, we'll throw the putter before we get to the drivers. You guys pretty much know what the putter is. If you guys have played putt-putt golf, it's just very simple. I'm not gonna do a practice shot. Just go like this. You know what that is. Just putts it. You'll really only use it when you're in the green and to try to get it to the hole. Now we're bringing it to the heavy hitters. This is the hybrid. It's used for like medium distance, maybe your second shot on a really long course. It might be your second shot. If it's a really long course, you take a driving shot, which will bring it out there pretty far, but then you obviously you can't really use your driver again, so you use your hybrid. I'll take a shot with it, and then in a little bit I'll also try to teach you guys. So with the hybrid, I'll also teach you guys how to do a swing too. So you want to make sure that your hands, we're running low on balls, so I'll just teach you how to do this right now. Oh, actually not. You want to make sure your hands are straight. Your fingers straight. Your club face, this is the club face right here. Try to keep it more open than square, because if you hit it square, well, I mean, if it's open, it's going to go higher. Well, it might not go higher, but it'll be a bit in the air. If you do this, it might just be like a really low shot. So make sure your club face is open. Hands are straight. I'll do a little practice swing. So when you're done with your swing, you want to make sure, look at your club face. It's that open right now. It should be basically the same amount. You got to make sure that your hands are steady so that when you're in the middle of your swing, you don't twist it and turn it and ruin the face. So the shot will look a little bit like this. Hopefully I'm good. I've been doing pretty good lately. You want to make sure that your left, if you're a righty, you want to make sure your left arm is nice and straight when you go back. And then you can bend it a little bit once you reach the top. So like, that was not the greatest shot, but still a decent form. So that's basically how you do your swings and stuff. Remember, keep your fingers and hands straight as ever, so that your face doesn't change. I have a little bit of problem with bending my knee up, and yeah, you don't want to do that because it's just not good. You want your whole body to be as straight as possible, and make sure you're looking at the ball the whole time. If you don't, you might do something like this and just land right in the sand. Okay. That's to the driver. Well, I already showed you guys the driver, but yeah. So the driver is really, really hard to hit it. Like, I don't really know how to explain to teach you guys how to hit it. Once I just started taking those lessons, I just started knowing how to hit it. But like, it's basically like the same thing with the driver. You know, it's the longest club, so you want to make sure that you're not standing like this. It will be back up a little bit. Same thing as any other swing. Club face stays the same. And with the driver, it doesn't really work well for me. But some people, like, it's not on a tee right now, but say with your ordinary club, you would just go like this. But so for some people, it works better if they start a little bit farther, because then as you're going into a swing, it's going up. It doesn't really work well for me, but for my dad, it does really well. So here, let me grab a tee. I'll show you guys.
Should your dad take a shot on the video?
Oh yeah, Dad, can you take a shot?
Sure. Let's see a big one.
Here, wait, go right there. teach them the correct way to put the tee in?
I like to use my palm to hold the ball to push the tee into the grass. I feel like I have better control that way. I feel like you're gonna have to get your own feel, but
Holy crap, that was at least 300 yards.
how about you?
Okay. I'll take a shot. Might not be as pretty as that, but
Yeah, allow me to set this up for you.
okay.
Tee?
There's the tee, the one tee right there.
Let's find the right spot. Up high. Try and tee just an inch or two behind.
I am not usually do it that high, but I'll try it. That's why I usually don't tee high, because
Hey, that looked good to me.
That was pretty good, Jack.
decent, but it went a little bit too high. So far. Mike, you want to take a shot?
Sure.
Okay, this on the back side of the hill.
Now, hey, what iron are you using? He's using an iron. A 6 iron.
This would be a 6-iron.
I don't have the 6 iron, but the 6 iron is used.
Medium distance, would you say, Jack?
Yeah, it's one below the 7, so it's not going to go as high as the 7, but it's going to be used as a drive.
What do you want, about 160 on that?
I can hit it.
165?
See, just like the 7 iron, except it probably goes a little bit farther. That was a little bit of, that was a little bit of a hook.
Put a little English on it, Jack.
You wrap it up, though.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching the video. Subscribe and leave a like. Bye.